Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Great American Race, the granddaddy of them all in stock car racing. As we welcome you all here to season 18 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, this is it, the Daytona 500, the inaugural race of the season. And we got new faces, we got new cars, well, relatively new in some ways, but we got our superstars, we got our rookies, we got everything here. We got 30 laps at Daytona. So let's get to the starting line for today's running of the event here. We got here, so the field of 41 that will commence the Great American Race at Daytona 500. On the pole at 192 miles an hour. He won his race in season 1. He's in the number 35 Folgers decaf Chevrolet. He's Johnny Gardner. He's on the pole. Alongside of him, Jesse Turner, number 13, the CTE Ford. He's on the outside. Row 2 is Kat Tellier, number 7, the Zurich 73 Ford. She won last season at Charlotte. She'll be alongside Patrick Smith. He's a new name in the series. He's number 8, the Miller American Buick. Next row down has Mike Becker, and he's in STP Buick, car number 42. And beside him will be Zed Weinstein, back in the series. He's in the AC Sparkplugs Rumple Furniture Pontiac, car number 70. Next row down has Ryan George in the Tide Chevrolet, car number 17. Beside him will be Becca Tellier in the Warner Hodgson Ford, car number 21. Next row down, Dylan Poteet, number 22, the Miller High Life Buick. He'll be alongside Kyle Langland, a new name for the series. He's in 27, the Kodiak Pontiac. Next row down is Jonathan Zorlin in the Gatorade Buick, car number 88. Beside him will be car number 4, the Kodak Film Oldsmobile of William Brock. Next row down is Tony Newman, car number 14, the Copenhagen Oldsmobile, car number 14. And he'll be alongside Joshua Osborne, had a great run in the Truck Series race. He's in the Folgers Chevrolet, car number 25. Next row down has Quentin Moore in the Quaker State Buick, car number 26, and he'll be alongside car number 28, the Texaco Havoline Ford. It's Keith Batson, he's alongside. Next row down has Kev Shearer, car 71, the Buck Stove Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside car number 90, the Red Baron Frozen Pizza Chevrolet, or Ford, of Ryan Winters. Next row down has Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, car number 3. He'll be alongside Jessica Shelton, number 9, the Coors Melling Ford. She's in a 1985 car, as a matter of fact. Next row down has Zach Winkle, car number 11, the Budweiser Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Zachary Fitzwater, car 33, the Skull Bandit Buick. Next row down has Joshua Collard, car 43, the STP Pontiac. And car number 51, it's Alexander Rowe. He's driving an Oldsmobile. Next row down has the defending series champion Trent Dunham, number 1, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Bill Parker, making his debut in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He's in the Levi Garrett Chevrolet, car number 5. Next row down has Jason Haywood, car 15, the Motorcraft Ford. He'll be alongside the Country Time Pontiac, car number 30 of Charles Sanford. Next row down has Paul Minnick. He's in number 44, the Piedmont Airlines Chevrolet, and Chelsea Bowles in number 74, Superior Piping Nelson Contracting Chevrolet. Next row down has Emmanuel Hartnett in the 83 Winds Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside Ryan Kazee in the number 12 Budweiser Chevrolet. He's Zach Winkle's teammate for Junior Johnson. Next row down is Kyle Matthews, car 29, the Hardee's Oldsmobile. And alongside of him, Dylan Young, car number 2, the Pepsi Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 6 is Michael Whitman. In number 6, the STROH Ford. And Seth Cole, car 52, the Folgers Chevrolet. Next row down is Ashlyn Boyd in car number 55, the Copenhagen Chevrolet. And he'll be alongside number 16, Jordan Lopez. He's in the Halpern Chevrolet. And starting scratch on the field here, car 47, Joshua Sakuli, the Race Hill Farms Buick. And number 75, Max Anderson in the VALVOLINE Pontiac, car number 75. Here comes the command to fire the engines for the Daytona 500.
Drivers, start your engines!
And I guarantee you, if you combine all those drivers, you can absolutely fill a butterfly net. With how, seeing as how See, they all talk about butterflies in their stomachs before a race, so you can feel a butterfly net with all these drivers. That is for sure. As we have 40 cars getting ready to commence the Great American Race. These cars are the Aero 88 line. Now, I was going to do the 1987 car set, but after I don't remember who I was on Skype with, but going through the Aero 88 inventory I got, I decided, you know what, let's do a mix of cars. And so the oldest car in this field is a 1982, I think, or 81, something like that. Actually, I think it's an 81, the oldest in the field, and the newest car is an 88. So this is going to be quite a battle for here today, Daytona 500. 30 laps of distance here today. In the pole speed for the event, Johnny Gardner at 192 miles per hour. So he's got one of the 3 Folgers cars in the field. He's got the decaf cars. That's the 1987 Benny Parsons car. On the pole, on the outside is Jesse Turner. He's in a number 13 Ford. That's the old Dick Brooks car he's driving from 1982 in this field. Jesse Turner, of course, you might remember he won at Watkins Glen last season. And we'll be heading there a little bit later on in the year. Johnny Gardner won his 500 back in season 1. We have several Daytona 500 winners in this field here. And by the way, we have 11 rookies in the field. So it's going to be a great Rookie of the Year class. We're going to have pace car stuff on the pit road. The field will be landing ahead. So Johnny Gardner and Jesse Turner. The Daytona 500 is about to get underway. And boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. And look at the speeds already climbing. 194, 5, 196, 198 miles per hour. Come on, turn over 2 and still climbing. Kat Tellier is going to make a 3 wide for the lead. She'll take the number 1 spot. In-car cameras today being carried by Charles Sanford, Kyle Matthews, and Jessica Shelton. Mike Becker looking for the lead. He's got the first lap led. First lap. Nope. Kat Tellier led the first lap of this race here. First lap at 194.012 miles an hour. How fast can they go today? Bear in mind, they qualified at 192 miles per hour for the pole. Dylan Poteet, 2-time 500 champion, Season 5 and Season 9, looking for the lead. But here comes 14. That is Tony Newman. He'll take the number 1 spot. Quentin Moore in the second. Cole Deaver looking for 3rd position, number 3. Second lap about to be completed. Second lap speed. 210.981 on the second lap. Cole Deep, and here comes Quentin Moore, car 26, the Quaker State Buick. He'll take the lead now. That's an 87 Buick he's driving in honor of his driver, Morgan Shepard. Zach Winkle, number 11, to the inside lane, but here comes the King Richard Petty, 43. That's Joshua Collard. He'll take the lead with his buddy Trent Dunham right behind him in number 1. He won at Homestead last season. That gave him the championship, believe it or not, because he almost won the championship by winning no races. That would have been an improbable thing to happen in our competition at all. And Dunham barely led the lap here. We all know about Trent Dunham in the 500, as a matter of fact, too. We all know about the history of that. Jason Haywood, car 15 to the inside lane. He'll take the lead. Keith Batson has his legion of drivers in this field here. Here is Keith himself, Kat Tellier, Becca Tellier, and Jason Haywood. In this field, Kyle Langland, number 27. He'll take the number 1 spot now. Paul Minnick, the 2nd position, and don't look now because here comes Jessica Shelton. You're on board with her right now. She'll look for the number 2 position now, and now wants to go for the number 1 position now on Kyle Langland. Her last lap, 210.887. Shelton hoping to do the same thing Bill Elliott did with his car in 1985. Take it to victory lane. Of course, Elliott, you remember, also won the 87 500. Both of them from the pole. And here comes number 6. That's Michael Whitman. He's another new name in the series. He looks for second position in a STROH Light Ford. That's the Martin car he's driving in the 55. Goes Ashlyn Boyd. He or she, whichever it is, will take the number 2. They take the third position. Whitman leads the lap this time by. And now Ashlyn Boyd takes the number 1 position. Jordan Lopez in second position now. Third position will go to Joshua Sakuli in 47, the Race Hill Farms Buick. That's an 81 Buick he's driving in his field. He's got the 12, that's a 12 car behind him. Ryan Kazee, 3 wide for the lead. Sakuli takes the number 1 position now. Sakuli driving Sakuli's car, an old Ron Bouchard car that he won Talladega with in 1981. As they come down to the start-finish line, Hartnett takes takes 2 positions, in the 83 car. Chelsea Bowles driving the Bobby Wowack colors. She'll take number 2 position now. Dylan Young in number 2 machine will go to 3rd. And Phil Parker, who impressed everybody in both the Truck Series and the Mellow Yellow Series last season, looking to impress everybody in the Cup Series as well. But right now, stuck in the middle at the moment, here comes Seth Cullen, 52, the president of the NNSCRA. He won last season down in Martinsville. He'll take the number 2 position, or tries to take 2 from Chelsea Bowles. And in all that shuffle, Dylan Young will take the lead, or doesn't he lead this lap? Yes, he does. And here comes Kat Tellier, car number 7. Driving the Alan Kawicki car. She'll take the number 1 position. Her last lap at 210.6. They're averaging 208.375 the last time by. We'll check last week. We see 211 miles an hour out of some of the cars. Yeah, there's seen plenty of 211 mile an hour cars in this field. Zachary Fitzwater takes the Harry Gant colors to the number 1 position now. Car 33, the Skull Bandit Buick. But here comes Charles Samper to the inside lane. Rear bumper pin. Charles Samper's machine looking right at a mirror full of Keith Batson. Oh, yeah. Bumper to bumper at 210 mile an hour plus. Batson has to back off just a little bit to make a run at it for the number 1 position. But here comes Mike Becker in 42. And you're riding with Charles Samper as he leads this lap. Becker to the number 1 position now. Here comes the 71 car of Kev Shearer. He's here, Shearer driving the Buck Stove Oldsmobile. Manufacturer's breakdown for the season: 14 Chevrolets, 8 Fords, 7 Buicks, 6 Oldsmobiles, and 5 Pontiacs in the field. Becker tries to lead the lap, but here comes the 90 car. That is Ryan Winters. And I think, yeah, Winters just fell short of leading that lap there, but he'll take the number 1 spot this time by. Joshua Osborne in second position, 25. That's the Tim Richmond colors he's driving from 1986. Osborne driving an 86 Chevrolet, Winters in an 87 Ford. As they go into turn number 3 now, Osborne will take the number 1 position in 25. And 75 car right behind him, that's Max Anderson. One of the drivers going for Rookie of the Year this season. Jason Haywood to the inside looking for second position. Now here comes the 4 of William Brocky's in this mix. Becca Tellier in 21. Becca driving an 82 Ford. Poetry in motion at 210 mile an hour plus here at Daytona National Speedway. That's the order of the day in this Daytona 500. And here comes Becca Tellier looking for the number 1 position, but the 15 of Jason Haywood says nuh-uh. And Becca will try to say uh-huh as they come off turn number 4 here. As they come out off the 4th turn, Johnny Gardner looks for 3rd position now. Kyle Matthews to 4th position in 29. Matthews would love to add a Daytona 500 victory in his on his mantle. He does have a Daytona 500, however, in Hershey's Cup racing. I think he does. On board, Kyle Matthews' car. He's in an 87 Oldsmobile in this season. Trying to follow Johnny Gardner, but Johnny dumps him, and now Zed Weinstein goes inside of Matthews now. And here comes the 30 car of Cole Deaver looking for the number 1 position now in the Dale Earnhardt colors. Chevrolet having the top 3 spots at the moment, but here comes Deaver to the inside lane. No! Here comes Ryan George in 17 to the inside lane. As he'll take the Darrell Waltrip colors to the number 1 spot now. The Tide Chevrolet, car 17. One of the Hendrick Motorsports machines. And here comes 14 car to the inside lane. That is Tony Newman. He led a lap early in this event here. Quentin Moore looking to lead a lap here. 8 car to the inside lane. That is Patrick Smith. One of the rookies in this field as well. Zach Winkle. He's in his second Castrol GTX Cup Series season. Remember, he won a couple seasons back down in Pocono. Backstretch they come, you're on board. Jessica Shelton's car another time. And she'll follow Zach Winkle in the 3rd turn now. A pair of red and white beer cars holding the number 1 and 2 spots right now. Just past halfway through the event now. 15 laps down and 15 laps to go. Kyle Langland goes for 3rd position now. In the 4th goes Jonathan Zorlin in 88. And here comes Shelton looking for the lead. But nope, Kyle Langland wants to go for himself in the 27 car. 3 wide into the 3rd turn now. Langland sticks to nose that white and green Pontiac. He's got Jesse Turner behind him in number 13. That's one of the Fords in the field. Collard trying to pick up a few positions himself in the 43 machine. And look from the copter cam. An aerial view of what the Daytona 500 is all about here. 17 as we're at lap 17. And inside goes Emmanuel Hartnett, number 83. That's the Wins Kmart Oldsmobile. As he goes inside of his buddy Dylan Poteet to come off turn number 4. Dylan Young looking to the inside lane. Dylan, of course, one of the recent survivors of Hurricane Irma. Joshua Collard takes the King Richard Petty car to the number 1 spot. It's an 87 Pontiac he's driving. Dylan Young driving an 88 Chevy. Now the backstretch, Young wants to go for the lead, but here comes Hartnett to the inside lane at number 83. And it's Emmanuel Hartnett who's looking for a second Daytona 500 win in a row. Remember, he won the Truck Series event as well here at Daytona. So he's not only looking for a second Daytona 500 victory in a row, he's also looking for a weekend sweep at Daytona. Ryan Kazee goes into second position now at number 12, the Budweiser Chevrolet. He and Zach Winkle, teammates for Junior Johnson. Kazee driving an 86 Chevrolet here, and his teammate Zach Winkle driving an 85 model. They do have a pair of 84 Chevrolets in the backup. They will run on some of the short track races this season. And Michael Whitman just barely led the last time by, number 6. But here comes 47, Joshua Sakuli to the inside. Sakuli out in front. Kat Tellier looking for second position in number 7. But here comes Chelsea Bowles in the 74 car. Nope. Here comes Mike Becker, number 42. Becker will bring Phil Parker with him in the 5 car. Here comes I think who's that? Who's the Maroon car? Is that 25? Yep, 25. Joshua Osborne. 10 laps to go here at Daytona. Phil Parker 3 wide for the lead, and he's got it. He and Joshua Osborne, a pair of 86 Chevrolets to the inside lane. They'll take the number 1 position, but not only briefly, because here comes Charles Sanford. Sanford looking for the lead now. He's got it. Off corner number 4. On board with Charles Sanford. Nine laps to go at Daytona. Sanford just missed out on his second championship last season at Homestead Miami Speedway. In one of the greatest 3-way battles for the championship we've had in this series. He, Kyle Matthews, and Trent Dunham for the whole thing at Homestead. With, unfortunately for Matthews, holding a 62-point lead coming into this event. Unfortunately for him, crashing out in the big one about almost halfway through the event. And left it down between Sanford and the man who's right in 3rd position right now, Trent Dunham, for the championship, which Trent won the event and the race and the championship itself. And only winning that 1 race down in Homestead. And that was it. But you know, Trent would like to get a Castrol GTX Cup Series Daytona 500 championship himself. He has a Pepsi 400 win in this series. Back in season 5. And here comes Trent looking for the lead inside of Kev Shearer. He's got Keith Batson on the outside now. But Max Anderson in 75 looks to the inside lane. He'll go for 2nd position. And here comes 15. That is Jason Haywood. Patrick Smith in 8. And who's that behind Smith? That's Dylan Poteet in 22. The only 2-time Daytona 500 champion in this series. Season 5 and Season 9 champion in this series. In fact, one of those championships came in the cars behind him right now, Emmanuel Hartnett, who is the defending 500 champion. Poteet looking to try to become the only 3-time 500 winner in this series. Into the 3rd turn now. 3 wide for the lead. That is Jason Haywood going for the number 1 spot. Haywood in a 1985 Ford. Six laps to go in the Daytona 500. Jason Haywood first. 2nd position now is Patrick Smith. 3rd is Poteet. Looking for 3rd now is Hartnett. Becca Tellier, Kyle Matthews behind them as well. Hartnett just squeezes in front of Poteet. Here comes Matthews to the inside lane now on Becca Tellier, and he shoves her up the track now. On board Kyle Matthews' car. Coming down for 5 laps to go. Average speed at the moment, 208.881. As Medics pulls up behind Jason Haywood. Cars going by on the inside lane here. Here comes Hartnett and Quentin Moore. Quentin Moore looking for the lead in 26. He's got the 90 car. Ryan Winters behind him. William Brock behind. Seth Cole behind him. Zed Weinstein, the season 13 500 champion. He's right there behind. Weinstein, the pride of the state of Arizona. Looking to add a second 500 win to his mantle. And same with the 35 of Johnny Gardner. He won this race back in season 1. Ashlyn Boyd in 55 in this mix as well. 17 car. That's Ryan George. Four laps to go. It'd be 3 to go this time by Weinstein. Car 70, the J.D. McDuffie car looking for the lead. But William Brock throws the block. Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, back to the racing. Car number 17 goes Ryan George to the inside lane. He's looking for a position himself. That's for third spot he's looking at. 3 laps to go. Tony Newman's in this mix now. 14. Keith Batson in 28. Dylan Young in number 2. Any of these cars out of this pack can win this race. Don't pencil in your winner yet. This is going to get pretty hairy in this 500. Tony Newman to the inside looking for the lead. He's got it. Batson to second. Keith Batson, 2-time winner last season. He broke that long winless start at Atlanta Motor Speedway last season, and he then proved that wasn't a fluke. He took the win down in Phoenix. 2 laps to go. Batson decides it's time. He goes for the lead. Zorland to second. Here comes Charles Sanford. Joshua Collard. They're on this mix. Seth Cole is into it. Hartnett. Shelton. They're all going for this 500. Here comes Charles Sanford to the inside for the lead. And he'll take it from Batson. Coming to start finish line with the white flag. This time by 1 more lap to go. In the season 18 Daytona 500. Start finish line, white flag, 1 more lap to go in the Daytona 500. Here we go. Joshua Collard to the inside lane. Emmanuel Hartnett looking for his second 500 in a row. Could he do it? Could Weinstein win his second? Backstretch now. What are you going to do? Hartnett dives inside lane. Weinstein goes the inside as well. Hartnett takes the lead. Emmanuel Hartnett, car 83 out in front. He won the truck race. Could he pull up the 500 sweep? Weinstein comes to the inside. Nothing doing. Emmanuel Hartnett, 2 years in a row. He's won the Daytona 500. The second 2-time 500 winner in this Castrol GTX Cup Series. Dylan Poteet has 2. And now Emmanuel Hartnett has 2. Unbelievable. And a last lap move on Charles Sanford for the lead. Zed Weinstein will finish in second position. Third will go to Charles Sanford. Fourth to Jesse Turner. Fifth to Joshua Collard. Paul Minnick 6th. 7th to Keith Batson. 8th to Trent Dunham. 9th to Jessica Shelton. And 10th to Jordan Lopez. What a great race we had in the 500. Excuse me. But there you're looking at there you're looking at one of 2 Daytona 500 champions, or 2-time Daytona 500 champions, I should say, excuse me. Emmanuel Hartnett, the 83 wins Kmart Oldsmobile. takes it all here today in a tremendous 500 finish. Rest of the finishing order, Joshua Osborne will come home 11th. Excuse me. 12th will go to Ryan George. 13th to Alexander Rowe. 14th to Ryan Winters. Jonathan Sorlin 15th. Ryan Kazee 16th. William Brock 17th. 18th Cab Shearer. 19th Ashlyn Boyd. 20th to Tony Newman. 21st Kyle Langland. Mike Becker 22nd. Dylan Young 23rd. Zach Winkle, Quentin Moore, Becca Tellier, Seth Cole, Patrick Smith, the top 28. The rest of the finishing order, Michael Whitman, Jason Haywood, Kat Tellier, Kyle Matthews, Dylan Poteet, Cole Deaver, Johnny Gardner, Chelsea Bull, Zachary Fitzwater, Phil Parker, Max Sanderson, and Joshua Sakuli. That was the finishing order here today in the Daytona 500 here. Average speed, 208.934. That's racing. Here's Emmanuel Hartnett. 2 Daytona 500 wins in a row. He won his last season, season 18, and he wins season 17, excuse me. Now he wins in season 18 as well. So, a big win for him, without question. So, yeah, anyway, so next race on the tour will be at Rockingham, North Carolina, at North Carolina Motor Speedway for the GM Goodwrench Service 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We have everything on this channel here. We have YWC Wrestling. We have sets. We have in our 2003 races. We have be sure to check out Seth Cole's series as well. Be sure to check out the Hershey's, the NNSCRA Hershey's Cup series, the Pizza Hut X series, and the brand new Tax Slayer Truck series we have on this channel. So be sure to check those series out as well. And I'll be sure to guarantee you his races are a whole lot better than mine are. So anyway, be sure to check out the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, and be sure to subscribe to it and become part of the crew as well. So with all that said, here this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. It's been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We'll see you from Daytona, where Emmanuel Hartnett has won the Daytona 500 for season 18. So long, everyone.